We'll do it in the cloud.
There we go.
Yeah. All right. So basically what I wanted to talk to you guys about is because, so I mean, this is like, it's nothing new, but it kind of clicked in my head when I was talking to Brian, because this is like one of those things that they talk about, like Jamil, Pace Morby does, basically in all the groups. They all talk about using real estate agents, right? So the main thing that we do is, first of all, we need a buyer, right? That's just like for everything. Like I was really trying to think about what like the power of like Bears Real Estate is. And it's that we have the connections and the hustle to not only get the deals under contract, but then have the connections to sell the deals to cash buyers who are actively looking for deals. And like, that's our main bread and butter where we make money. So this strategy really only works if we have like a really good buyer already lined up. So that's why I was thinking Birmingham would probably be our best bet, just because like I already have, of course, it's not going to let me fucking type.
Yeah,
I already have like
this heavy.
Yeah, I already have good buyers in Alabama. So Birmingham, whatever. So like that's not the cool thing, but the main thing is that we can now we can figure out how to work with these real estate agents. So what Brian was telling me is basically we just got to call a lot of them, right? So we call them, and when we're talking to them, we basically tell them that we are investors, right? They don't need to know that we're wholesaling. They don't need to know that we're doing anything. And at this point, we kind of know what we're talking about, so they'll understand like we're serious, right? And you basically ask them for your pocket listings, okay? And the main thing is, I'm sure everybody's watched that Jerry Norton video where he explains double dipping. If you haven't, I'll put it in the chat or whatever, and you can watch that. Have you watched that one, Jacob?
Yeah.
How to double dip. So you basically are going to give them 6%, right? That's like the main thing. That's why the real estate people are going to talk to you, because they want to work with people that are going to give them 6%. Because like that's like the holy grail for these real estate people. That's like the maximum they can make.
They're just obviously double their money.
Yeah, obviously that's not going to work necessarily for all the deals they're going to bring us, but we can essentially just make it so that in our contracts, they'll still get paid their 6%. Might come out of us, might make the buyer pay for it. We'll figure that out when we get to closing. But anyways, so you can call a lot of these real estate agents, and we're essentially going to basically ask them for their pocket listings. Okay. Pocket listings are deals like they go into the house, and as soon as they leave, they want to throw their shoes away. Like we want all their ugly fucking houses, all their beat up properties. And we want them to call us before they put it on the MLS or before they do anything. And they're going to tell you, once we start like building a relationship with these people, like we're going to say, hey, look, we're an investor. We're really looking for properties in Birmingham, just like everybody else is, but we don't want to buy top dollar houses. We want to buy your stuff that's in pre-foreclosure. We want to buy your fix and flips. We want to buy whatever vacant land. So can you bring the deals to us, and I'll give you 6% of the deal, right? That's kind of the pitch. But we're asking for their fix and flips. And then here's the really cool thing is, since we do creative financing, we're going to ask them to bring us all their deals that don't have any equity in it, right? As real estate agents, they might know how to do the creative stuff, and they might not know how to do the creative stuff. So more likely than not, I don't think they're going to know how to do subject tos, how to do seller financing and things like that. Or they're going to know of it, but they're not going to know how to get paid of it. So what we can do is we can give them, a cut like 10% or 6% of whatever we pay at the end, or whatever the final amount is. And we can get those creative deals from them. But this is basically about building relationships, talking to a lot of real estate agents, because think about it. If we have some real estate agents in Birmingham, Alabama, like none of us are in Birmingham, right? We're all basically virtual. We're all basically like looking at this market like, oh, we wish we were there. But imagine if we had a real estate agent that would go and take pictures for us, that would list our properties, after we fix them up or whatever, and that want to work with us and are already in the market. And we have these power buyers. And at the end of it, basically, we can tell them, look, we want to use our title company and we want to use our contract, but we'll make sure that in the contract, you get your 6% at closing. Boom. We can now wholesale with real estate agents, and we're going to be able to double our money and have it going. Now, here's the part where we can get really freaking cool with it. So this is a hack from Jamil. So like I've got a separate phone for a lot of my real estate stuff. And what he tells you to do is basically make a bunch of lists or like a one group text with all your realtors in it, or all your wholesalers that you want to JV with. And then like every morning or every Monday or every Tuesday, you just text all of them, be like, hey, you got any new deals? Got any new deals? Got any new deals? And we can start doing that every day. Or we could even set up one of these text things to basically blast it out for us. And we're going to be able to like get deals with real estate agents now and wholesale them to our buyers. Again, the first thing we need to do is get the power buyers. So we can basically really start looking at these markets that we're in and blasting our email, you know what I mean? Email marketing to get these cash buyers. And once we find a hungry cash buyer, we could call a whole bunch of real estate agents in that area and be like, look, this is what we're looking for. We're looking for fix and flips. We're looking for deals that have no equity. And we're looking for the houses that nobody wants to buy. That's what we want. We want the garbage that you're not going to be able to make a bunch of money selling to the regular public, but that's going to come to us. So isn't that kind of mind blowing? Like I'm excited. It's just a whole nother way to get deals in areas where we haven't been looking, and dealing with realtors is a little bit better than dealing with wholesalers that are just going to try and JV. So that's the plan. That's what we're going to kind of be going after now.
That's probably why the realtor from Ohio wanted to work with us so bad, because I offered her that 6% instead of that 3%.
Yeah. And they want money. That's what Terry,
exactly.
Think about Terry. Every time we talk to real estate agents, they're just like anybody else. They want money. So as long as we promise them money or we work with them, they're going to get paid. And they don't know all the shit that we know. We're we started from the bottom. They're like spoiled little kids who just want free deals and don't know how to.
No, you have no idea how much fucking real estate agents don't know about our world. Like they literally are unaware of it for the most part. Like they don't even know wholesalers exist.
They only know the gist of it. Like they, I've reached out to some people I know for help and stuff like that, but they're like, yeah, I don't wholesale. I don't do what you do.
Well, I have a friend he's had a realty license for 2 years. He works through Keller Williams here in Michigan. And when I told him I was beginning wholesaling, he was like, what the fuck is that? I had no idea. He was telling me I needed to get a license and that sounds illegal and all that shit. He had no idea.
Exactly though. And then these people don't know, and if we have cash buyers lined up, we'll get paid, they get paid. Maybe the 6% will have to come out of our commissions, which kind of fucks us up. But on the big deals that they bring to us, that's just money that we didn't have to spend on marketing and money that we didn't have to waste time. And they can get pictures for us. They can fucking set up inspections. You know what I mean? It's just,
yeah, I mean, you got to think we got something that sold for 100,000. We're only losing $3,000.
Yeah. But I mean, think about all the buyers we have right now in Birmingham, in Tennessee, in Ohio and Indiana, those are kind of our niche markets that aren't too competitive. I think this is going to work a lot better. If we tried to do this in Florida or Arizona, I feel like maybe we'd find some really good connections, which is worth it. But at the same point, those real estate agents are getting blown up by all sorts of people. You know what I mean? So we need to find our own kind of people that are really ready to hustle and work with us and make some shit happen. So
we need to find some newer guys who have connects, but aren't huge yet.
Yeah. So the main things that everybody needs to remember is the reason they're going to work with us is because we're going to give them 6% and we ask them for their pocket listings. So those are listings that they haven't listed necessarily or that they have and they don't know what to do with, essentially. The ones that they've been trying to sell for fucking months and haven't been able to get anywhere. So we want their fix and flips and we want their deals that have no equity, and we're basically going to start killing it. And this is a way that we can find cash buyers. If I go back to I've got Kansas City buyers that I've never provided a deal to because we just never got to go to Kansas City. But once we find those buyers, we have their buying criteria. We call a bunch of real estate agents in that area that are going to be doing it. And we say, look, we want these kind of deals. We're an investor, so we need it at a good price. But we want them to represent us, you know what I mean? Or something like that. We'll figure out the paperwork once we get there. But this is just a new way to get deals that's almost as good, as $0 marketing or some other stuff, or maybe even better because they're in with the housing real estate market. They know what's up. Or maybe they don't know what's up
with assignment too. That's going to be the problem is explaining to them assignment and how all of that works. Because a lot of them don't know.
Yeah. And that's what I was talking to Brian. I was like, what do you do with the paperwork? Well, you basically just take control of it and you say, we're going to use our title. We're going to use our paperwork and we're going to just make sure you get paid. And that's why you're going to work with us. And that's all anybody fucking wants. You know what I mean? So, and if they want to make more money, we can tell them to get an LLC and then they can start wholesaling with us as opposed to just getting their commission real estate style, so ninja stuff. All right. That's what I wanted to share basically. So I'm going to stop recording now.
Did Brian, did Brian, I don't know if he spoke